I think everyone's been there at some point with their crush. You know what I mean, sending that message and then sitting there staring at your phone like it's a crystal ball, refreshing the chat window, checking if she's online, rereading the message again and again, telling yourself she's probably just busy, she replies soon, but then the hours start dragging, minutes feel like hours feel like days, and suddenly, you're stuck in this internal debate. Should I send another message? Maybe just something casual? Or maybe she didn't even see it. Should I follow up? Sound familiar? I remember a buddy telling me about how he kept sending these little just checking in texts to a girl he liked. He thought it showed he cared, but instead, it made him seem desperate, and she pulled away even more. Chasing someone who's not giving you the same energy. It's like running on a treadmill. You're putting in all this effort but not actually going anywhere. What if I told you the best move you can make is to stop chasing completely? That's what we're diving into today. Why you shouldn't message her again, and how this one change can totally turn things around for you. Point 1. The power of silence. If she's not responding, her silence is already telling you something. And the mistake a lot of us make is filling that silence with more messages. Think of it this way. Imagine you're in a store, and the salesperson won't leave you alone, asking, "Need help?" "Sure." "What about now?" Super annoying, right? It doesn't make you want to buy. It makes you want to leave. When you keep texting, that's exactly how you might come across. But if you stop, you change the vibe completely. Silence can be really powerful because it sparks curiosity. It's like that song you can't stop humming, it stays on your mind. So ask yourself, do you want to be the person she can't stop thinking about? Or the guy who didn't know when to back off? Let's make silence your secret weapon. And speaking of changing things up, what happens when the tables turn? Let's talk about that. Point 2. The reversal effect. When you stop chasing, you give her a chance to notice that you're not around anymore. People often don't realize what they've got until it's gone. Think about this. You're always the one making plans with a friend, and the one time you don't, they suddenly say, "Hey, we haven't talked in a while." The same thing happens here. When you take a step back, it gives her a moment to think, "Wait, why hasn't he texted me?" That curiosity is huge. This isn't about playing games. It's about respecting yourself enough to let her meet you halfway. I know stepping back isn't easy, especially when you really like someone. But here's a question. If she doesn't notice you're not around, do you really want to keep chasing someone who doesn't value you? While you think about that, let's talk about something more important to you. Point 3. Focus on your growth. This is where the magic happens. Instead of staring at your phone waiting for a reply, use that energy for yourself. Ask yourself, what's one thing I've been wanting to do but haven't gotten around to? Maybe it's hitting the gym, picking up a new hobby, or catching up with old friends. I heard about this guy who, after a breakup, decided to train for a marathon. He didn't just get into amazing shape, he also changed his entire mindset. By the time his ex reached out, he wasn't even interested anymore. He was too busy thriving. When you focus on growing yourself, you automatically become more attractive not just to her but to everyone around you. So let me ask you this. What feels better, chasing after someone who's not into you, or becoming the best version of yourself? Once you start seeing results, you'll realize something even more powerful. Let's get into that. Point 4. The clarity you gain. When you take a step back and focus on yourself, something incredible happens. You start to see things clearly. You begin to understand the situation for what it really is, not what you wish it was. Think of it like cleaning a foggy mirror. At first, everything's blurry, but once you wipe it clean, you can see things for what they are. You might realize she wasn't as into you as you thought, or that her actions didn't really match her words. Clarity isn't just about understanding her. It's also about understanding yourself. What do you really want in a partner? What's important to you? When you have that clarity, you stop settling for less than you deserve. Here's something to think about. What happens when she finally does reach out? Let's talk about how to handle that like a pro. Point 5. If she reaches out, what then? Let's say she texts you out of nowhere. First off, remember this. Her texting you doesn't automatically mean she's ready to give you what you want. It might just be curiosity or boredom. Your job is to stay cool and grounded. If you're still interested, keep it casual. Don't fall back into old habits of texting too much or overdoing it. Instead, take your time and see what her intentions are. And if she's not serious, walk away with confidence. Here's the mindset shift. When you value yourself, you're not afraid to lose someone who isn't meeting your energy. The right person won't make you question your worth. And that brings us to the most important part of all, what this whole journey is really about. Point 6. Reclaiming your power. At the end of the day, this isn't really about her. It's about you taking back your power. Every time you decide to walk away from someone who doesn't appreciate you, you're showing the world and yourself that you deserve better. Think about this. Every great success story starts with someone realizing their worth. Whether it's in love, work, or life, the moment you stop settling is the moment you start thriving. So here's my question for you. Are you ready to let go of what's not meant for you and make space for the right person who truly deserves you? Because when you do, you'll realize the most attractive thing you can be is someone who knows their worth. Okay, let's wrap this up on a positive note. At the end of the day, this isn't about her. It's about you. When you stop chasing, when you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, and when you learn to value your time and energy, everything changes. You take back control. The right person will meet you halfway. They won't leave you guessing or chasing. And when you step back, you open the door for the right kind of connection, one where you're appreciated and valued. So stop waiting. Stop chasing. Start focusing on the amazing person you're becoming, because when you do that, you're not just playing the game, you're writing the rules. Now let me ask you this. Are you ready to stop chasing people who don't see your worth and start living like someone who truly knows it? Because when you do, everything changes. You've got this.